guys, the next section that I am going to talk about today is form, which is number 6. It says, create a three-dimensional shape with dark, medium, and light sections. It should include a highlight and cast shadow. So we previously practiced this in this 3D shading forms worksheet, and I showed you different techniques to make a cylinder, a cube, a cone, and a sphere. Now, these shapes are found in real life all the time, but we want to try to make whatever we are putting on our project look three-dimensional. So it says on here that we have to have a highlight and a cast shadow. So a highlight is the lightest part on one of these objects or any object. And this cast shadow is right here. It's this dark part. It's just basically the shadow from the light. All right, so let's go to our project and see how we're going to do this. Now, we wanted to go with the theme of whatever we're doing. And so you have to think about, well, what object would I like to draw that goes with my theme, and how could I make it look three-dimensional in one of these forms? So when I did mine last time, I literally just have a sphere. Now, did I make a cast shadow? Yes. Did I make a highlight? Yes. But it is not creative at all. So if I was grading this, you would not get a lot of creativity points for that because it's plain. It's not creative. It's just a sphere. So I was thinking about with food, how I could make a creative form, three-dimensional with food. And I thought, you know what? An ice cream cone, the bottom of it is a cone, which is one of those shapes. And then the top of it, I could make like half a sphere and make it three-dimensional. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and draw my cone. And basically, this is going to look like an upside down three-dimensional cone. And then I'm going to try to make this look like a sphere. All right, so it says that I have to have a highlight, and it says that I have to have a shadow and a cast shadow. So I'm going to see, let's say I make the light coming from this way. That means the highlight is going to be about right here on my paper, and then this side of the cone would also be in light, and this side would be in shadow if my light source is coming that way. All right, so let's see if I can go ahead and shade this. Now, I could shade this with a colored pencil if I wanted to, but remember, colored pencil you cannot erase. So let me go ahead and, what kind of ice cream? I like chocolate ice cream the best, but it depends if I can find a colored pencil. We'll try this. We'll see if it works. All right, so I'm going to go through, and I'm just going to add like a real light value on here. Now I got to make this thing look three-dimensional. So if you're not sure, it's the lightest part. And then it's going to get a little darker because this side is going to be in shadow. And this is only half a sphere, so it's a little bit more tricky. But I'm going to try to make this look a little bit three-dimensional. Now, is it going to be perfect? No. Is yours going to be perfect? Maybe. I don't know. All right, so let's try to make it. Now I've got the shadow on the one side and the lightness on the other because I'm trying to make it look three-dimensional. All right, so then I have the cone, and the cones are usually like a brownish, yellowish, but I don't really want to use the same color, so we'll see. I might be able to combine colors. I'll just use this cone. I'll pretend like it's a chocolate. Sometimes there's chocolate cones, and that sounds really delicious. So this side, I'm going to have to make lighter, obviously. So I'll go through. I like to just put a value on here to start with. Ooh, this is like a little reddish, maybe cherry chocolate. All right, so this cone, I'm going to have the darker side right here because, again, this is the side in shadow because the light is coming from this left side. I'm going to fade it out. You don't want to leave too much light. All right, so I've got a highlight. So this is my three-dimensional form. It's an ice cream cone. Now, for the background, it kind of looks like a spaceship a little bit, but hey, it's fine. For the background, I want to go ahead and figure out, like, maybe I'll put something else. Like maybe it's sitting on a table perfectly up and down. Maybe it's stuck. Maybe it's in one of those, I can draw one of those little holes, like a holder. I saw those at Cold Stone before where they stick in these little holders. All right, now I have to do the cast shadow. So if the light is coming from this way, I can make sort of like a cast shadow in the shape. So you kind of got to figure out, well, if it's a cone, it's probably going to be a more rectangular cast shadow. I could do this in pencil. I could do it in colored pencil if I want, but then I'm going to need to finish it. So once I have my cast shadow here, I have a highlight, I've met the requirements, then I just want to get kind of creative with it. So maybe I make like a cool background. I always suggest doing it in pencil first, but I'm living on the wild side today. So maybe I'm going to make just like a really cool intricate background, and I'll go back and I'll color in with different colors or something like that. So you want to go ahead and finish the form section. I would not outline your form, because when you outline something, it makes it look flat. Now, outline has its place. I like to outline stuff, but in this case, I would not outline your form unless like it's just an exception, some weird reason. If you have questions about the form section, please go ahead and email me at hallkr@boxy6.org.